All right, I'm at Seabrook Harbor Marina this morning doing something a little bit different. Meeting Captain C.T. Williams out here. We're gonna go try and catch these jack crevalle that show up every day along the south shore of Lake Pontchartrain. You can kind of set your watch by them, but we're gonna do something really different and target them out of kayaks. This is gonna be a blast. I'll tell you, we got just a little bit of wind blowing out of the southwest. Really perfect for fishing down here. Hopefully we can find these jacks and go on some Cajun sleigh rides in these kayaks. I'm looking forward to this. Mitch, what's the game plan today?
We're trying to catch some jacks out there in the kayaks. We've been catching them in bay boats lately. We haven't put them in the kayaks, haven't tried them in the kayaks yet, so we can catch a few in the kayaks. It might be a little more of a challenge, a little harder to fight, but you know, it'll still be pretty fun.
Are these fish pretty easy to pattern? Are they, easy to find or what?
Usually, you know, I say that, they'll be tough to find today as soon as I say that, you know. But usually, any kind of area, you see them, a lot of rocks and stuff like that. Any thick algae spots, if you see mullets running up against like a hard bank, you know, they're usually, I've noticed the jacks don't really like mud banks too much. It's the harder banks, the walls, the concrete, you know, concrete walls, the rocks and stuff like that. And they're up there chasing the mullet and the pogies.
Something they can push bait against, I guess.
Hey, I think so. I think that's kind of what their game plan is.
Cool. You ready?
Whew, I am ready. Got a little free time. Some jack attacked in the kayaks out of Seabrook. Understand the jacks are swimming around the airport walls and bridges, so we're going to go try to give that a little time.
So has anybody glanced at the radar, seeing where that lightning is?
We're going to get hammered.
There's
pretty much just some over there, and there's pretty much some right there.
And there's some over there.
And there's some over there. So
sooner or later,
we're going to get whacked.
It's coming.
But luckily we're close.
Let's hope we can whack a few jacks before we can get whacked by the rain.
All right, Mitch says this wall has been the hot spot. Unfortunately, we got a storm closing in. We've got probably about a 30-minute window to try and make something happen. We should know by then.
Nothing like a little pressure.
No doubt.
Nothing like a little pressure.
Adds to the fun.
Low pressure in this case. You want something bigger than that?
Nope, I'm happy with what I got.
Oh, he's going to look at his mirror, Lord.
I'm hoping for like a 10-pound, a 10-pound jack. I actually landed a 30-pound jack on this yesterday.
Very nice. Are you practicing?
I was practicing. Ran across a school in Catherine.
Did he almost pull you?
We chased him.
What were y'all doing? Just you with Justin?
Yeah, we were out chasing triple tail and saw the jacks on the way in.
Any triple tail?
One.
Got him or missing?
Yeah, we got him.
All right,
So what's protocol? We're just gonna kind of yell for Jamin if we hook up, or?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be able to see us casting and do it. We all kind of look, just stay as close as you can.
Okay.
And
Fish on!
that's it.
Damn, that
The
go.
acoustics are perfect.
Right. Mitch, all back through here or on that side? Okay. Now we're out here targeting jacks, but I would not mind if a big 5-pound speckled trout blew up on this top water. Not likely, but not impossible. All right, so Mitch and CT are throwing tuna poppers. I've got this Top Dog Junior on, leftover from the top water pool video that I'll link to right here if you haven't seen it yet. Great video. What Mitch says, these jacks like to push bait up against this hard wall. And I'll tell you, based on what we saw in the last video, where the schooling jacks were just crushing that bait and the bait was fleeing, going airborne, you can see why they'd want to use the wall to their advantage. Now I've kind of found jacks are like cobia. What you want to do when one is on you is do your best to keep the bait away from him, because you won't be able to. And that's when he's going to be inspired to feed. If you kind of slow down or drop it, he's going to turn away. And here finally comes CT. That weather's looking ugly. So far, so bad. No jacks, no bait, no prey, no predators. So this is my cousin's Hobie Outback that I'm in. Of course, it's got the Mirage drive, meaning you get to pedal rather than paddle. Keeps your hands free. I own a Hobie Revolution, but this one's definitely a lot bigger, more stable. And he's got an elevated seat for it, so you get to stay up a little bit. Revo, you definitely get your butt wet. I'm not much of a kayak fisherman, but I do it a few times a year. And I gotta tell you, hooking into a big jack would be a blast in one of these. He would pull you around the lake. Let's hope that happens. Just not seeing a lot to give me confidence. Just not a lot of bait, no surface activity. Seems to me if there were jacks around, they'd make their presence known. It's one of the big limitations of fishing out of a kayak is you kind of got to try to make something out of nothing. Whereas in a boat, you can just get up and move so easily. Now we do have the mothership, but it still is a considerable hassle to pull all your gear out, pull the boats out, and mothership to somewhere else. But I suspect we're going to do that at some point if nobody hooks up. And the reality today, look, we're not looking for a dozen fish or anything. We're just hoping one of us hooks up. If one person catches a jack, it'll be considered a good day. Just even the possibility of catching a jack makes it fun, particularly in these jacks. So my buddy Ty Hibbs, a really, really good angler, has been whacking these jacks in Lake Pontchartrain. And what Ty seems to enjoy even more than catching fish is videoing fish. He's got some incredible footage of jacks hitting these poppers. I'm gonna ask him to send me a clip and see if he'll let me use it in this video. Hopefully you get to see it. That sun has popped out. It looks pretty good this way, but boy, you look back to the west and it looks ominous. And when I worked for Louisiana Sportsman Magazine, I would invariably get several pictures a year of jack crevalle submitted by readers bragging about the yellowfin tuna they caught in the surf down at Grand Isle or Cocodrie. Oh, there's some bait, finally. Finally seen a little bit of bait, but it's small. I can only imagine the disappointment of those anglers when they got their tuna home and threw it on the grill, because jack crevalle are terrible to eat. But they do have yellow fins, so I can see the... Oh, I just saw something bust. Yep. Something's busting up here.
This episode of Marshman Masson brought to you by Matrix Shad, and by Cito New Orleans, and by Versamax Corks, and by Death Grip Jig Heads.
I think I just heard CT say fish on, but it sounded more like a question. Maybe he was asking Mitchell. Jamin's moving into position. Let's go see. Okay, Mitch is definitely hooked up. Definitely hooked up. All right. That's awesome. He's getting pulled around in his little Hobie kayak. Get him, Mitch! How big? Mitch, I need to get a pic. Was he right up on the wall or what?
10 feet off.
Was he? Okay. I'm gonna have to get up son of you.
Hey, you have pliers on?
I do have pliers, yes. I swipe CTs from the boat. I heard it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him on hook real quick.
I gotta avoid CT's dangling tuna popper of death.
Yeah.
CT and I are just gonna circle you. Woo, lightning. Look at me if you can. All right, once again, chased in by another storm. But Mitch caught a jack crevalle, and that's kind of the goal for the day. We really just wanted to get one, and we did. Obviously, we were taking 2 or 3. We've been fine with that, but at least we got our one. CT, what do you think we learned today?
Well, we learned to dodge weather expertly because we didn't get wet yet.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of an issue coming.
It might be coming.
Now that I've said it, we'll probably get crushed as we pick up the boats. However, the jacks are in. They're biting, they're running. Today was a little slow. I think the weather and the wind had a lot to do with it, and we had a short period of time. But I'd come out here and do that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt, and doing it in the yaks definitely adds an element of excitement. Just watching Mitch get pulled around by that jack was really, really cool. I will definitely be back here doing this. What a blast. All right, till next time, peace out. See you in the water.